Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton, Kathleen Biffle, and your host, Tim Grimes.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Prospector Radio. I'm your host, Tim Grimes, and joining me tonight, as always, first off, I got Mr. Rich Cooley. What's going on tonight, Rich?
Doing pretty good. How's everyone tonight?
Good, man. Excited. Less than, 5 days?
Yeah.
And we're out of here.
Actually, I was doing bacon today.
Oh, you was?
I got up early and went out and smoked their bacon. I smoked half a hog. Well, we actually smoked the whole hog, but I got a half a hog in bacon.
Uh-huh. In bacon. And you bringing some of this bacon with you?
Yep. I'm bringing some of the bacon down with me.
Sweetness, man. I can't wait. Fresh smoked bacon from Rich Cooley.
I'll slice some up tomorrow and get it ready to go.
Oh, man, that's going to be awesome. So you got it? Did you get everything packed or anything yet? Have you even begun?
No, not really. I was going to do that today, and my buddy called last night and said, hey, we need to do that bacon. So I had to go over this morning and spent about half a day over there. So I'm going to be packing Monday and Tuesday. I did get some of the stuff ready, though. All I got to do is put it in the trailer. So
right.
It shouldn't be too bad.
So you're bringing your trailer, your utility trailer, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm bringing the neighbor's utility trailer.
Gotcha. So that's your plan, and you're ready. What time are you leaving again? You leaving Friday or Thursday?
No, I'm actually leaving Thursday and going to head down to Roanoke, Virginia, my sister's house.
Right.
Since that's halfway, it's like a 4-hour drive there. So I'll spend the night there, and then Friday morning I'll head out. And it's about 4 hours from there to our spot. So.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Hey, man, we can't wait to see you.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my dredge in the water again.
Uh-huh.
I'll check my new mods out and see how it does. So.
See?
Another riffle set to try that I made up, and then I have a punch plate that I put in my box or whatever to try to get the box set right now, so we'll see what happens.
Right. Oh, you'll be ready. I think you're ready. I know you're probably excited to get down there and get in that creek, man. Let's see what we can pull out of that, right? That's going to be great, isn't it? Some virgin ground. Oh,
I hope so.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's going to be nice. And so far, so good with the weather down there. We're lucking out, what I'm hearing. So
yeah, I'm hoping that faith is still on our side. We should be good to go.
I believe it is, Rich. I think it's on
That'll
our
be awesome.
side. What we're going to do, we'll have Michael call in later on tonight, and he can give us an update.
Where the storm is and all that. Yep.
Yeah, on the weather and how it's affecting that area where we're going to be in. So it'll be nice to hear from Michael. I talked to him earlier, but this way everybody can hear what he has to say. I told him I couldn't explain it all. Just too much. I'd get too confused and screw it up for sure. Because you know me, right? Well, Rich, I'm glad you're here, brother.
You.
Now, you got Cooleys Corner tonight, don't you?
Yeah, we're actually going to be, when I start my presentation or my segment, basically we're going to give the call-in number.
Okay.
And I want people to call in or chime in the chat room, and we're going to talk about stupid things miners did.
Dang. And wouldn't you know it's a night Dennis ain't here? Because that would fill the whole show.
We're going to talk about our stupid things while we're people calling in. Or somebody can message in the chat room and let us know some of the stupid things they've done.
What do you mean, like shenanigans?
Anything. Anything that you
like
did.
Chase a turkey around?
Well, I guess that kind of would be kind of one of them, Kathleen.
Yeah.
It was kind of stupid.
It was, I guess. It was kind of stupid.
It was fun, though.
It was a blast.
Yeah.
It's something I'll never forget. That was a great day. Man.
But, and I thought it would be a good topic, and it was actually recommended by Lou. Well, it said, why don't you do something on stupid things miners did? I said, well, that's a great idea.
Yeah, especially with this bunch, right, Rich?
I don't know. Think you're going to get rich finding gold?
Yeah.
I just...
As long as I got my dowsing rods, we'll get her.
I'm still just going, what did I do stupid? I can't think.
Oh, we know one thing.
Oh, whatever. We got a whole list for you that we know you did.
No. I don't think so, Shad.
Yeah.
Now,
we'll wait till the show.
Yeah, it sounds good. I think it's going to be an interesting topic tonight, Rich, and looking forward to it,
and
brother.
After my show, we'll have Kathleen's closer look.
Oh, that's right.
That'll be awesome.
It's going to be a great show tonight. Yeah.
He's going to do it on, the Blue Bucket Mine, I believe, correct?
I think so.
That is correct.
That'll be awesome. Can't wait to hear it.
I can't either. Well, Rich, thank you, brother. I'm glad you're here as always, and looking forward to Cooleys Corner tonight. So,
Thanks
you
for
my
having
friend.
me.
Oh, you're very welcome. Also joining us, as always, we got our very own Miss Kathleen Biffle. What's happening, Kathleen?
Hello, everyone. Just so busy, but what else is new, right?
Right, that's you, though. We're used to that from you.
Yeah, if I'm not doing 8 things, then,
Right, then something's wrong. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so we, wrapped all the presents for the event that we're going to do. So we're going to be packing up the camper, and, we washed it in the driveway this weekend.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you didn't show up to help, Tim.
Well, you guys didn't remind me. I was ready. I was waiting for the call, and you didn't call, so I was like, I guess I'll wash my own car.
We put the awning out and just
man.
sat under there in the shade, and I was reading a magazine and drinking sangria.
Oh, my God. I bet the neighbors were loving you, wasn't they?
Oh, we didn't know, some people would just look straight ahead and not look at us, pay attention, and some people, would stare. So we didn't know who the guilty party was.
Yeah. Is it the people that pretended not to see and drove by straight ahead, or is it the people that looked?
I bet it was the ones
But I did have one person wave, so
it wasn't
that could have
them.
been a third possibility.
Maybe.
No, they were probably wishing they were sitting there with you, the one that waved.
Maybe.
They were like, these guys know how to have fun, and they gave you a big wave. Now, the ones
Here goes the neighborhood.
Yeah, the ones that look straight ahead, that's probably the guilty one, Shad, is what I would think. Yeah. Don't make eye contact. Don't. That's what it was, guaranteed. You guys, it's just funny because where you live at.
They better watch it, though, because if not, I'm going to get the kids and tell them, look, we're going to have a camper wash, right? So get out on the main road here, because it's on the way to the big campgrounds, and have signs that says, get your RV washed here, and have it all lined down our street of RVs.
Oh, that would be great. Call me, I'm there. I'll come and help. That would be the funniest thing ever.
It's always an adventure at the Biffle household.
Oh, that would definitely PO the commission, wouldn't it? Oh, my God.
Although the township said we could park it in our yard, so...
As long as the tongue of the trailer did not pass the front part of our structure.
There you go.
Oh, my God. That's just funny.
Well, no sense in... I mean, we have a spot for it.
Right.
But it's so far away.
Well, it's not just that. We're about to leave with it. So why would I haul it there just for a couple days and have to go get it and bring it back?
Makes no sense.
Well, right now you should just park it in the yard where you were gonna, and that way the truck is off for a while.
Oh, it's in the drive. I just don't care, dude.
I don't blame you, Shad.
Did you get a timeline when it was supposed to be moved, though?
Well, I left a message for the zoning officer guy for the township, and I told him, look, we found a spot. It's just we have to wait until this date before we can bring it.
Right.
So it's taken. He was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, as long as he said okay.
Exactly, we're fine.
All
It is
good.
what it is.
Right.
He's happy we resolved it peacefully.
Right. And you called him. You didn't ignore him, so you...
Exactly.
But of course, we're going to make a spectacle out of it
Well, yeah.
while it's there.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
having some
dude.
fun. It's not like I'm draining the black tank into my sewer drain.
Right.
I so want to.
I was getting ready
that's
to yell
funny.
that out to the neighbor that came out and looked at
Oh,
us.
saying that? Yeah. Now that would be a sight. You have to record it, Shad, if you do it. That would be hilarious.
And I'll go out in my underwear and
Yeah,
a robe.
bathrobe.
And a cigar.
Yep.
It's full.
Yep. I love it. That would just be it. God, you just know how to get them people going, don't you? Nothing wrong with that.
Sometimes you need the amusement in life.
Oh,
right?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, you have to.
Got to pick your battles. You know?
Right. And this
It's
is a good
I got
one.
enough things going on.
No, this is
I'll
a good
get to
battle. It's a great battle, Kathleen. You know,
Yeah.
I love it. You know, it's always something. Always.
Yeah.
So you got your closer look tonight, huh?
Yes,
And
I
it's,
do. And it is a history,
Uh-huh.
walk through history for all our listeners in Oregon. Not Oregon.
Wait a minute. Is it Oregon?
Oregon.
Ain't it Oregon?
It's
Oregon.
Oregon.
It's Oregon,
Like-
really?
Pow pow.
It's really Oregon. I thought it was Oregon.
What about a jam?
All right. I've always thought it was Oregon.
I used to pronounce it that way,
Well,
but I was told it was
It's
wrong.
spelled that way,
Right.
but it doesn't mean that's how you pronounce it.
Okay.
Oregon.
I'm
Oregon.
listening. Oregon.
Oregon.
Like
Or
a-
you could just say Oregon.
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 Yeah, I was going to say it sounds like Oregon. So, okay. Whatever works.
Oregon.
So it's going to be on Oregon tonight about the Blue Bucket Mine, right?
Yes, the Blue Bucket Mine, the legend of the Blue Bucket Mine. I always I'd heard of it, and then I saw, one of those old episodes of Gold Fever that had it, and I thought, that just briefly touched on it. So we're going to walk through history and kind of look at the behind the scenes and, see what that's all about.
Ah, see? Can't wait. Now you're going to do that after Rich's segment, right?
Yes, I do believe that's when I do that.
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
been a while. So.
When was the
I
last one?
forgot.
I don't even remember when the last one we did was. Was it? Wasn't last month, was it?
I think it was in June, maybe?
It might have been July.
Maybe July. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was July.
I'm
But
thinking July.
in August just sped by, and look at this. September's almost finished.
I know, it's almost over,
Yeah.
and it's going to be October, and then it's going to be snowing, and I don't even want to think about it, Kathleen, because
Ugh.
I'm dreading it.
Then it turns gray in Ohio and doesn't change
Yeah.
colors
And
until
it stays.
May.
It stays ucky gray for months. And it's just so depressing. I don't even want to think about it. Oh, don't make me. Let's talk about sunshine and blue skies. What we're going to have this weekend down at the Crony outing, right?
Yeah.
You excited,
Yes.
Kathleen?
And for all those who weathered Hurricane Florence,
Yeah.
our prayers and thoughts go out to you.
Oh, yes, definitely.
That was quite. I mean, it wasn't a big hurricane. I think it was a long hurricane.
Yeah,
There's a lot of rainfall. They're
Like a
still
lot of
getting
rain.
Mhm.
the far east parts of North and South Carolina. A lot of flooding. So if anybody's out there or has friends or family,
Yeah,
take
definitely.
care.
Yeah, definitely.
That's right.
Our prayers are with you for sure. Somebody just.
And if we go to the Cronies Club and the water's high, we're still going.
We're just gonna.
And if we just socialize and have a really nice barbecue, then that's what we'll do.
I'm with you, Kathleen. If we have to, we'll stay in the parking lot and we won't go in the field, and we'll just have a parking lot.
I thought maybe
We'll tailgate it.
rolling around in the mud was going to be fun.
It kind of would. It might be. Who knows what we'll do? That's the thing with us. You never know.
It's those shenanigans.
It is. I'm telling you, you never know about us, what we're going to do. So we'll be there. Rain or shine, we'll be there. But the sad part is I got to bring my car, Kathleen.
You do?
Yes. So I'm parking
no.
it in the parking lot anyway. I was telling Michael I'm
Yeah.
not bringing it in the field.
so you couldn't switch with your brother, huh?
No, my brother's more anal about his car than I am. So
Huh,
No
so it runs
way.
in
Yeah,
the
he's-
family.
my brother's more about the mileage. He's like, oh, I got 12,000 miles on it, and I want to park it and not drive it again. I'm like, really, dude? It'll be like 1,000 miles I'll put on it, and I'll leave you mine. And he's like, oh, I just don't want to put no miles on it. I'm like, it's all right. I don't care. I understand. But yeah, he's worse than me. So
Huh.
not about the clean part. That's just...
Well, you could have always hitched a ride if you could have.
Oh, I don't mind driving. I love driving my car anyway. I'm just not going to
We know
put
you
it
do.
in. I know. I'm just not going to pull it in a field. It's like, there's a parking lot there, Michael said, so I'll just pull it right there, and I'm fine. I'm good. And then and Michael's going to have that gator thing, so he can give me a ride down there and stuff, and then back to my
that's
car.
right.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's
Yeah.
2 nights. I guess I like sleeping in my car anyway. So
Will you be there, Tim?
I'll be there Friday. I'm going to take off Friday morning. Yeah.
Are you?
Mhm.
Yeah, cool.
Bright and early. I will get on the road, I'll see you guys Friday afternoon sometime, I'm sure.
Hey, how many hours is it for you?
You know, I haven't even looked, Rich. What is it for you, Shad? How many?
I think a little over 7 hours, 7.5 maybe.
So add another hour for me. Be about 8.5.
It's about the same with me, 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, we figure we'll make some good time that leaving late, and you're going to be leaving early, so you should get through some of the big cities at least during rush hour and miss that.
That's what I'm hoping. If I can get through Columbus during rush hour, I'll be happy. Because then it's 71 all the way, right, Shad, or 77?
71 to, is it 75?
71 to 75. Oh, yeah.
Yep,
be bad.
that takes you quite a long ways into it. We're pretty close.
Good. See, it shouldn't be bad at all then. You know, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. You know, definitely. Mm-hmm. Kathleen, I'm looking forward to your segment tonight as well. And can't wait to hear this bit of info and Rich's as well. And Kathleen, I want to thank you for being here as always. And be talking to you. Be talking to you in a bit. All right. Also joining us, we got the other half of the Biffles. We got Mr. Shad Biffle. What's happening, Shad?
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to the outing because, man, I tell you, Kathleen and I have been put through the ringer with so much crap going on that, you know, you just find yourself with a little bit of a chemical burn on your legs in a car and your underwear with 2 guns in your lap, just wondering, is it going to get any better?
Yada, yada, yada. You're driving down the road.
You're driving down the road in your underwear with 2 guns on your lap. That would.
It's been a crazy week, and it's something we'll save for the campfire.
If it was anybody but Shad, I'd be shocked. But since it was Shad, I am not shocked at all. It's like, I can believe that.
Yeah, that's a normal conversation there.
Exactly.
Especially
but wait, there's more.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more.
We'll share more when we're down there.
Oh.
We got to save a little something.
Oh, so how did you get a chemical burn on you? That you had to take your pants off?
I was doing some plumbing at Kathleen's mom's house and trying to fix a drain, only it's not really a clog, there's some other issue. So I had to get some of the chemical, because usually what she does, it's her hair. And it gets just packed in the drain.
Right.
So usually that works. You pour that nasty stuff down, takes care of it.
Uh-huh.
Of course, after snaking it and doing all that stuff, I'm just like, oh my God, I have to get it out because I can't leave it in here right now because she'll come in there and God knows what she'll do. She'll probably brush her teeth in it or something. Yeah. So I'm like, well, I took the P-trap, all that stuff apart. Well, obviously water just shoots out to drain out. Well, it splashed out, and a lot of it got on my jean pants because at least I was smart to wear pants when I'm working.
Uh-huh.
And it just covered it. It got on my arms, but I went and washed it off really quick, but there's not much I could do in my pants.
Sure.
So I still had some other things I had to finish doing, and we didn't leave for about an hour. Well, towards the end, I'm like, man, this is starting on my legs, and I knew it because I felt where that stuff landed, and it was mixed with water, but my jeans, like, all the fabric was, like, melted together. It was hard.
Really?
Wow.
Right? Like canvas.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, crap. And so after she was saying bye, I'm like, you know what? She's driving anyway. I'm not sitting in the car once she'll yell at me for being in her car like that. So I took my pants off, threw them in the trunk, had my gun. So I was like, well, okay, had them with me. And I just sat in there and just stared ahead for the hour drive home.
Oh, my God.
And, of course, then I had to get out of the car, and I had no shame, so
Right.
I just got right out, picked my guns up, my phone, my pack of smokes, and walked right in through the front door. Didn't care who saw me.
Oh, my God.
But that moment of the ride home, I'm like, man, it can't get any worse, can it?
You just can't make this stuff up.
It can't.
You can't.
So after all that, did you get it unplugged?
No, there's something else wrong. We're probably going to have to take out some of the wall to get to the plumbing and maybe run a whole new line.
Oh.
I don't know what is wrong. I can't figure it out. It's so odd. I mean, I had that snaked all 18 feet into where it connects to the tub drain, and the tub drain's fine.
Ever.
So I have no clue. There's something wrong, and I don't know.
That's odd.
So I just got so frustrated, turned off the water, like, use your kitchen sink, don't mess with it.
That's just wrong.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, I know it's for another day, right?
Because I went there just to fix a leak. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little leak, and I fixed it.
Well, yeah.
And it turned into other stuff. I'm like, great.
You just can't.
By the way, this doesn't work and this doesn't work.
Yeah, right. It's never one thing. It always starts out like that, but it's never one. It's like, oh, well, while you're here, can you look at this? Can you look at this? You know.
Oh, people are saying it could be the vent clogged from that.
Breathe on the roof. Then.
But
the thing that comes out of the roof.
Yeah,
so the gases can escape and stuff.
You know, that could be it.
You could just shine a flashlight down there and see if there's a bird in it or something. But
I may have to do that.
Slim, you know.
See, look, Prospectors Radio.
We could have used your help, Tim.
Well, that was actually Darth who said that, and also Rick Hudo said that too. Mm-hmm. So maybe I'll have to drive up there tomorrow and check.
Yeah, just look down in there and see. Something anything could have got in there. Like, it definitely would be a critter of some sort, you know. Get in there.
Darth said maybe a squirrel stuck in there.
You never know. Just grab his tail and yank him out. Because he's obviously dead if he got in there. It's just terrible, Shad.
Run the cable down it from the roof.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Interesting.
You learn something new every day.
Something to think about.
See, on Prospectors Radio,
that's right.
You learn plumbing.
That's right. You never know.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just kind of the icing of the cake for our week last week.
Right.
Into the weekend. So, you know, positive vibes.
Right.
You know,
the rest of the week,
right?
All positive, Shad.
I mean, we only have to, Kathleen and I, we both took Thursday off because we're leaving late Thursday night. Okay. And then there's just a lot of stuff. One, to get the house, kids, all that stuff taken care of.
Right.
You just need the time. And, you know, so that's nice. Only 3 days of work this week.
Sure.
Yeah, my mind won't be at work, though. I'm definitely going to say that.
No, it's going to be on, okay, what do I got to take? What do I got to pack? I want to get there. I want to get in the creek. I want to do some dredging. I want to get some gold. Yeah, it's going to be, that's where your mind's going to be, Kathleen.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because we know you're all about the dredging, so you're going to be dredging Monday, and you're not even there yet, so. Definitely. Yep. Oh yeah, no, I know it, but it's going to be a blast. I can't wait to see you guys again. Yeah, it's going to be too much fun. The last time was with our turkey adventure.
Yeah, that's right, and we get to meet some new folks down there, and I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
And supposedly a whole bunch of other turkeys too.
Maybe. So we hear. You just never know. So Shad, I know you got your birthdays and your metal prices.
Of course I do.
Of course, so take it away, brother.
All right, your current market prices on leading you into the week. So we have gold fell $9, closing at $1,193. So it looks like on Thursday it did stay above that 1,200 mark like it did on Wednesday, but it's down again. So we'll see how this week it recovers.
Okay.
Your little silver fell 14 cents.
That's not good.
No, it closed at $14.01.
Okay.
So it's down.
Still
there.
above 14 though.
Yeah, hanging on a thread, man.
It is definitely.
But even platinum fell $9, closing at $795.
Mm-hmm.
And good old palladium, though, believe it or not, that also fell. I was shocked.
Wow.
It went down $5 to $976.
And
so, yeah.
Did you have your rhodium prices? Did Michael Shelby post them?
I'm looking really quick. I think it was like $2,420.
Man, that rhodium is amazing too.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, we don't have Dennis to sing. We don't have Scott to sing. Rich?
Yeah, I can do it.
All right, looky there, Rich. Take it away, brother.
You ready?
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
That was pretty good.
Awesome, Rich.
Well done, Rich Cooley.
Way
Well
to
done.
go.
Alrighty then.
That's amazing, Rich.
It's a sweet serenade by Rich Cooley.
Yes, it was.
All right, so September 16th, we have Brad Brown, Cameron Brooks, David Rizell, Frank Foster, Gary Lindberg, Jeffrey Bailey, Jerry Polk, KM, Ken Wilson, Mark Bruno, Randall Thrasher, Scott, Tim, Vicky Leone, and then tomorrow we have Benjamin Crane, Brian D., Howard Hartman, Jennifer, Jim, and Kevin Murphy, Caven, in parentheses.
Happy birthday to them all. Right, Chad?
That's right.
That's right. Awesome. See? Well, Shad, I'm glad you made it, my friend, as always. And like I said, can't wait to see you next week. Gonna be fun.
You better believe it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, everybody. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll be back with Cooleys Corner. We'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
Just stopped by on my way home to show you all my gold.
You've been digging into some Jimbo's Gold pay dirt.
Yeah, Jimbo's Gold made me a hero.
Huh?
Got an amazing idea and supplies on sale from Jimbo's website. With bad weather, bored kids, and stressed wife, I threw a panning party for the kids and their friends. All the moms got a break, kids had a blast. Hero.
Happy kids, happy wife, great gold. That's why Jimbo's Gold is always my first choice.
Did you teach panning or share your prospecting knowledge? Then you are our hero. Tell us your story for a chance to receive a hero's reward at www.jimbosgold.com/hero.
Welcome to Cooley's Corner. Join Rich Cooley as he talks about equipment, new products, and so much more for all us prospectors and treasure hunters. Here's Rich.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Cooley's Corner. Tonight, we're going to cover stupid things miners did or have done or do. Basically, I'd like to get everybody involved, so you can either reply in the chat room or you can call on our line, 419-520-7574, and let us know some of the stupid things that you have done ever since you've been prospecting. I guess we'd like to try to keep it gold prospecting related.
Okay.
But if you're out camping and you have done something, I guess that could probably apply.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You think?
Yeah, I could, definitely. Yeah. Yes, definitely, Rich.
Well, let's start off with Tim.
Oh, why's it got to be me?
You know, because you're the man in charge.
Okay, well, let me see. It's hard for me to come up with something stupid that I've done, honestly, except for there was this one time, and everybody already knows of it because everybody made sure to tell everybody. So first time I was running hog mats, I think, and I actually ran my matting backwards, and I ran them like that all day. I thought they were fine. It caught a lot of gold like that, so I was fine with it, but I would think that was probably one of the more stupider things I've done when I was out prospecting. Unless Shad's got something that I'm not aware of.
I can't think of it.
I don't know, besides showing up to prospect without your equipment.
Well, that's because I gotta socialize. You know.
Did you ever forget a valve, or did you ever forget any one piece of equipment?
Oh God. No, I've never done that.
No, he just forgets the whole thing.
Yeah, I just leave everything at home. It's like there's no sense in taking a chance of forgetting one item. I'll just leave it all at home.
I did. I forgot a shovel one time when I was high banking.
Jeez, see now that's pretty bad, Rich.
Yeah, that was before I even had my nozzle.
No, I think honestly, I'm going to think about it while you do the other ones, but I think that's like the.
Well, hopefully we'll
worst.
get somebody to call in here pretty directly.
Okay. Well, I want to hear Shad and Kathleen's, though.
Well, let's start with Kathleen.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
okay,
you.
Where do I begin?
Oh, gosh, she's got a list.
One with the most recent.
We get a phone call.
Okay. Well, this happened not too long ago. This is the first time we were using the air.
Jeez, why did it do that? I turned that crap off again. All right, hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, guys. It's Darth.
That's Darth.
It's Darth. What's happening, buddy?
Yeah, I got a good one to share. Something I do. It's happened about 4 times now.
Okay.
When I'm expecting, I tend to be a little worn out by the end of the day, and I get a little lazy. And I tend to lean on my pump when I turn off the power switch. Okay. And when I lean on the pump, I put my hand on the exhaust on the muffler.
You would think you'd only do that once, not 4 times.
And all 4 times, though, I was from dredging all day. I had enough dampness on my skin to where I didn't get burned, but it rang my bell enough to pull my hand off real quick. And you'd think I would have learned after the first time, but it's happened a bunch of times.
Yeah,
now.
you only got to be bit once by a stray dog to know you don't pet them. So you think you would realize you only need to put your hand on a hot exhaust once to realize it's going to burn you, Darth. That's what you got to remember.
Yeah, when you're all exhausted at the end of the day.
I know, but we got to mess with you. You know that, and now we're really gonna because you told us. See?
Yeah, in fact, the last time I was with you guys in Ohio, I did it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I thought you did. So you've done it a couple times, huh?
Yeah, my hand was a little warm.
I think
but like I said, I was lucky all 4 times that my hands were really good and soaked because it gave me enough of a buffer.
Yeah.
Before I really burned.
Oh, it definitely does, but still, it's like, okay, come on, Darth. Now, let's see if you do it this weekend. Okay?
Yeah. And you think I know better because, like, in the winter, I'll heat up cans of Beanie Weenies while I'm prospecting.
Wait, Beanie Weenies. Didn't we have this discussion a couple weeks ago on here?
You guys were talking something about it.
Somebody was talking about Beanie Weenies, and it was like, what the heck's Beanie Weenies? I kind of remember. So you're heating Beanie Weenies up while you're dredging?
Yeah, you just let it rest, sort of on the muffler in the gas tank.
Uh-huh.
And heat from the muffler will heat the can up enough to where you have a warm lunch in the winter.
Nice. All right. I have to remember that one, Darth. Man. Well, thank you, brother, for calling in. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Looking forward to hanging out with you guys next weekend.
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to seeing you,
buddy. You and your dad also, brother.
Yep. Look forward to it, buddy. We'll see you next weekend, okay?
All right, guys.
Thanks for calling, buddy.
Yep.
Bye, bud. All right, Kathleen.
Back to Kathleen.
Continue.
Oh my goodness. Well, I do so many stupid things, and I am kind of accident prone, and you guys know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't mention any of those fiascos. But anyway, this is when we were trying the air out for the first time on the split, the T80 split. What do you call that thing that splits?
Your airlines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho,
go ahead.
See, so I wasn't used to. It was kind of like a wasted trip as far as gold count, but we did get to try out the air. So anyway, I wasn't used to holding my regulator and then the nozzle and then moving my mask around, just trying to get used to all that. So what do? Of course, I stick my nozzle out of the water. And blow all my gold out. So I was like, wow, that only happened like a month or two ago.
Oh, really?
2 months.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that is a rookie mistake, and I would never do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. It was a lot of stuff to, keep track of.
Yeah, that's something I know you did it the first time, I think, you've dredged, but then, like you said, that's a rookie mistake. That's not you.
Yeah, that was like, wow, that's odd. And then the next run, I clean out my top mat because I like to pan it and see how I did. So I just stick the pan next to these rocks. I'm in the middle of the creek, but it's stacked on these rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, I dumped it over, and that was all my top mat gone.
Oh, jeez. Okay, that's a good one.
Water.
Yep, right back into the water. I was like, wow, that's two rookie mistakes in the same trip.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a good one, Kathleen.
So that's kind of stupid. But as far as shenanigans, yeah.
Plenty of those from you. Mm-hmm. But that's not too awful bad, Kathleen, the things you've done. That's not the worst yet.
Well, when I sliced my
that
hand
was a
open,
good one.
A couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
When I decided that I would just use my hand as the mallet.
Right.
Slice my hand open.
And Dan, what did you do?
Oh. And then I see the blood, so I'm freaking out. And I tripped in the water and fell in the water.
And Dan?
And then, of course, Shad's yelling at me the whole time.
Well, she's screaming so loud like she's being murdered.
No,
yes, you were. You were hysterical.
Murder, huh?
Oh my god. Yeah, I look over, she falls down and has her hand and down in the water, underneath the water. I'm like, What are you doing?
Then I get out of the creek and slide on the rocks, and then I fall down on the rocks.
See, I think that one's better. That's a winner, I think. I love that story.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, and then the time that, oh my goodness, there's just too many. You would be on my stuff all night.
Keep going. We got plenty of time.
When we were dredging in the rain, and we're like, we're okay if, as long as there's no lightning. So we're like dredging, and then all of a sudden this big crack of lightning just comes so close to us. So I jump out of the water, and then I face plant into someone's dredge hole. I mean, my feet were in the air.
Yeah, this was before we started filming stuff, too, and it would have been hilarious.
Oh, that would have been.
I kept staying there because we just moved this huge boulder,
yeah.
Right? And there was really good material here. And I just was like, I'm not getting out yet. And she just all of a sudden just takes off right when the lightning hit. And I just looked over my shoulder, and she's like underwater. Her feet are sticking up. And then, of course, she shoots out of the hole, runs over, and I'm just like, really? She ran to stand under a tree.
Oh, my God.
So I don't know what the thinking was.
I don't know, because don't lightning strike trees?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, my God.
We're in the water. It's dangerous.
Oh, my gosh. That's just funny. That's a good one, Kathleen. That's going to be tough to beat.
Oh, goodness. There's a lot of other little ones, but I can't. Those are the main ones that...
Those are the good ones, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, those are the good ones.
Shad does some funny things,
too.
too.
Well, Shad's next, I'm sure. Right, Rich?
Yeah. Yeah, Shad.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Probably for me, a recent one that's happened a couple of times is with my dredge with the jet log, right, going into the flare of the dredge for the sluice box.
Right.
There's been a few times where I didn't tighten it down all the way, to clamp it in place. So I'll start up, I'll get working, and probably about 20 minutes later, I'm like, it starts feeling funny, but I'm just like, this is odd, but it's still getting material sucked up. And then I look over and my dredge is like floating a different way in the water. And I'm like, what the heck? For probably a good 10, 15 minutes, I was actually just sucking material up and shooting it right back in the creek.
You were relocating it.
Last year, remember when I first got it?
I've done it twice this year already.
You've done it 2 times already this year?
Yeah, where I just didn't get it tightened down enough because my T-clamp broke. So I've gone, using other alternatives that don't clamp as strong.
Right.
So sometimes if, I'm moving the dredge with the hose too much, it'll start to loosen it enough.
Okay.
To where once I start processing material after a short time, it just, shoots out of the flare, and all the material's just, going back right in the creek, just in a new spot.
Yeah, you're just relocating the material. So do you go over...
He was in there a long time.
Yeah.
Do you go over and suck that material up then, Shad, because you've already moved it once?
I've done that once, yes, because I was in a really good spot, but I didn't, I had to get the material.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Shad, when you get a clog, do you whip the hose a little bit?
Not too much, no. What I do, and it's risky business, Mm-hmm. I will take my nozzle and lift it half out of the water.
Right.
Right. So I get an air bubble.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can shoot an air bubble through and clear a small clog if it doesn't get all the way to the jet log. So I'll do that, and there could be some, fluctuation there and vibration. But it doesn't always work. If you get a couple flat rocks sticking up, you pretty much need to find it and clear the clog a different way. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I noticed, though, it happens more because, when I'm relocating my dredge to work a new area, I try not to pull on the hose, but sometimes I do. So I know that kind of loosens it, so I got to remember to tighten it back up.
Right. That makes sense. Funny, though, Shad.
I've face planted in I don't know how many dredge holes, especially on outings, walking around talking to people. Yeah. I'll be walking in a dredge hole fine, right? Because I'm in the hole already. No big deal. And somebody else is over there in a hole, and it looks like they connect.
Right.
Well, they didn't.
Explain.
And, I'll just boom right down into it. Or another time I stepped up thinking I was out of the hole, and I was on this little lip, and I just slipped, and leg went on one hole, my other leg went in the other, and I came down hard.
Oh, my God. It's ridiculous. That's funny, though, at the same time. I haven't seen you do it yet.
No. I think I had the worst fall was last year at the Cronies outing, actually.
Really?
In people's dredge holes, yeah. So I hope this year won't be as bad.
Definitely a lot of them.
We'll make sure we have the cameras rolling.
Yeah.
This year.
But I've done other stupid stuff where I forgot to clamp down my ripple bars. I was in the middle of a cleanup, and I set stuff in there, but I didn't clamp my bars back down because either it was I got distracted and had to go do something, and I just went back and just started right up, and everything just shoots out, all the matting down the creek.
Right.
So you had to chase that. But I'll let Rich tell, because I'm sure he's going to share the one that happened to both of us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's Rich's turn now. Let's hear Rich's stupidest thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know if I'll cover that one or not. I get a couple.
Okay. Well, let's hear them, Rich.
One of the main ones was when you're dealing with the pump and your Promet, especially a Harbor Freight one, make sure you do not screw that thing all the way out while you have it running. Because what usually happens is the black plastic plug will shoot up and hit you in the face and knock your glasses off, and then shoot a big stream up in you and knock you back in the water.
Oh my God.
That happened.
I want to see these things happen, though.
No. And the main thing Shad's probably talking about is leaving our gear in the water.
Oh, yeah.
You need to come out prospecting, Tim, and you will.
I know.
Every trip, there's something funny.
I know.
Well, I mean, we was watching the radar, you know, and of course the radar, we were adamant of watching the radar, and it just didn't look like it was just going to pass right over, and had a couple little showers on it, and no big deal. So
all good, right?
I still gathered my stuff up and strapped it to Dennis's dredge. And of course, the next morning I went down to look, and I looked down about 6 o'clock, seeing all this stuff still down there. No problem. Come back, told them guys we're good. We went down at 8:30, 9 o'clock, and everything was underwater, and the dredges were all moved, and we had a problem.
Oh, geez. Yeah, so that wasn't one of the brighter things, right?
Yeah. But I mean, all said and done, I think actually me and Shad had a good time going to get it.
Oh, yeah, you guys did.
Because we loved getting in the water, floating down the stream, did teamwork.
They bonded.
Yeah, they did. They did. They bonded
and
that day.
Tripped over
it was dredge rescue.
It was.
Yeah, about tripped over the high banker stand, you know, when we were trying to get out. And what we had to do was end up floating the one dredge downstream, and me and Shad had to paddle our way across to get it to the other side to the boat ramp so we could get it out. And then the other stuff, we had to truck it out on ATVs to get it out of the cornfield, to get it in the back of the truck.
You just never know what we're going to do, right, Rich?
Yeah, and then I've fell in a couple dredge holes before, knowing that they were there, and just turned around and walked right in it. I've been, like I said, went high banking, went all the way to Ohio and left my frickin' shovel at home. My special shovel that's winged for prospecting. That way you don't lose the material, you know. I left that, you know, at home.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, when you're high banking, you need a shovel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a key piece of the operation, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It happens, Rich.
I really haven't did anything on my big dredge yet. I did actually leave my clamp loose the one time, like Shad said. And then when I fired it up, I seen the riffle set pop up. And I shut it off and went and pushed the matting back in. The matting almost washed out on me.
That's a good one.
But I also did the whip hose thing, where when I first got my dredge, Dennis had it all set up, sitting up on top of the rocks. And I'm sitting away there dredging, I had a little clog, so I whipped the hose, and it seemed like it cleared. About 20 minutes later, Mr. Bogan's hollering at me, and I look up, and my tube that screws into the crash box is out underneath, and all the material is just pumping right underneath the dredge.
Another one. Relocating material, right, Rich?
Yeah.
Hey.
Got for 20 minutes worth of pay.
That's the worst part, ain't it? All that hard work, and there was nothing in the box for it. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Kind of discouraging. Definitely, without a doubt, it discourages you. Well, so those
I haven't really seen anything in the chat room.
No, I figured they'd be all chiming in about the stupid things they've done, unless they're just embarrassed to say them. We know you guys have all done something. We know everybody out there's done something dumb or...
They may be embarrassed.
Right, don't be. We're all friends here. Come on, tell us. We want to hear it.
I wish Dennis was on, because I know
that's
a lot he's done.
Oh, and what about Swiftwater?
He ain't here to defend himself.
When it was raining and he decided that, hey, I got a canopy, let's put it over the fire.
Oh, yeah, wait, that's a good one.
Keep the fire dry.
That was last year at the Cronies Club outing, wasn't it?
That was last year, yes.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Then his canopy
has a bunch of holes in it now.
And he wonders how there's little holes in it.
How'd them holes get in my canopy? No clue, Dennis. Yeah.
Well, there was one thing that happened to me last year during the Country Club outing. Of course, everybody was in bed. And I'm out there in Dennis's canopy, since we're talking about it, was filling up with water at all the sagging points the whole way around it. And this thing is pretty huge. I mean, I don't know how big it was, but it was huge. And they had like a stick there or a brush or a broom or something there that you could push up on it to get all the water off.
Uh-huh.
Well, my tent was and canopy was right beside that tent, and then the other side of my tent and canopy was Darth's. So I don't think he was really getting the water that I was getting, because I'm standing out there pouring down freaking raining, so I'm pushing up on this, getting all the water off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm doing this for like half hour, 45 minutes, and I said, the heck with it, I'm going into my tent. Well, I go to walk in my tent and put my hand down, and there's freaking water in there.
Oh,
what happened was when it was coming off the thing, it was going right in my tent.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
I had about an inch and a half of water in the back of my tent. Thank goodness I had a cot, so I was up off the ground. Nothing really got wet.
Still.
But every time that water would push over my tent, it would just keep going in the tent.
Yeah, and you didn't even realize it. That was a good one, Rich.
I realized it.
Yeah, see, Dennis should have been here tonight, because we know Dennis has got lots of tails, or even Swiftwater.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because,
well, if you go out enough,
hold on,
you're
Shad.
bound to have some
Jeez,
oops
that
moments.
stupid ringer. You know? All right, hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is James from Missouri.
Hey, James, how are you tonight, buddy?
Oh, Mr. James Myers.
So tell us your tale, James.
Oh, I don't have any tails. I don't mess up.
Oh, come on.
All right. Well, I was down in Georgia, and I was dredging. And somehow, I've got a 4-inch dredge. And somehow, my dredge got a hold of my hand.
Uh-huh.
My hand went up in the nozzle, and my glove folded over, and I've been dredging, and I was on some good gold. I knew I could raise the nozzle up out of the water and get my hand out.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
But there was no way I was going to do that, because I was not going to, lose that gold in that box.
Right.
So I keep the nozzle down in the water, and I'm walking across the creek, and I've got a 20-foot hose, and I get to my dredge, and I'm going to shut that dredge off, and get my hand out.
Right.
Well, as I'm walking towards the dredge, well, my hose is real stiff,
Right.
and it's starting to push the dredge away from me.
Oh, no.
As I'm and I start going closer. I'm like, and then it pushes away. And I was like, oh boy, what am I going to do now?
Uh-oh.
And so then I thought, I'm going to jump and I'm going to grab that pontoon.
Uh-huh.
And I did. My face went down in the water. My mask came off my head, but I grabbed that pontoon and I pulled it to me and reached over the engine and shut it off and got my hand out and saved my gold.
Oh, jeez. Now that's a good one there. That is an amazing story, James. Man, I could just see that. Your hand's stuck in the dredge, and you're trying to get closer, and the dredge is moving further away. It's like, my God, what do you do? I don't know.
Were you by yourself?
Well, that's happened to me twice.
Oh, twice.
But the other time, I was just removing overburden, and I just raised my hand up out of the water and broke suction. And
I think I would have took a
fine.
knife. I think I would have took my knife out and cut the dang hose off, and that would have freaked me out if my arm's stuck in my dredge hose, and I'm trying to get closer to the dredge, and it's pushing further away. I'd have went into panic mode, and it would have been like, oh no, this ain't gonna fly. And here would have come the knife and cut the hose, and then continued on. But I don't know. That would freak me out, James. But you did it twice. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was dredging all week, and then my hands get weak from tossing rocks, and
right.
And it just sucked right in there, and then the glove folds over, and it just wedges your hand in the nozzle.
Well, I've learned something here tonight. Thank you, James. That you did it.
Well, I've never.
Twice.
I did it like twice in 1 week, and then I've never done it again. I've learned my lesson.
Twice in 1 week. Okay, yeah, I guess you would learn a lesson if you did it twice in 1 week. I mean, I could see if you did it twice in a year, but you did it twice in a week. That's as bad as Darth putting his hand on his muffler 4 times. I mean, eventually you're gonna learn, right? Thank you, James.
I hope.
Hey, man, we can't wait to see you this weekend.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready and fired up.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great, and we're looking forward to it. You have a safe trip, okay?
Okay, well, y'all too, and we'll see you there.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling.
Right. Thanks for calling.
All right.
All right. Take care, James. Bye, buddy. All right. Very cool. Sorry about that stupid Skype ringer, guys. I'm trying everything to make it go away, and it's got a mind of its own, obviously. So,
yeah, anybody else wants to call in, 419-520-7574. You got a commercial coming up here, Tim?
Yes, I do, Rich. I'm glad you mentioned that. So we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
In 1858, gold was discovered in the rivers of New Caledonia. This discovery would spark a massive gold rush.
Yes, I do, Rich.
All right. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This would be Spike.
Spike,
calling from South Carolina.
What's happening, brother?
I'm good, brother.
Hey, could you turn your speakers down, Spike?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Right.
We're getting feedback from it. All right. So what's going on tonight?
Oh, not much. I was talking about mining misadventures, and I figured I'd share one of mine. Everybody's got a few, but this one's one of my freakiest ones. I was out dredging on the Bering Sea with Steve Phillips. I know a lot of y'all probably heard of Steve, and Steve's a great guy. And I was out on his dredge with him. He was sitting up in his little chair up on the dredge. If I hadn't ever seen it, he'd got him like a recliner chair almost sitting up on his dredge to sit on when he's tending. And so he's sitting up there, and I'm just dredging away, and he'd already told me all the things that I needed to do. Do this, you got this, and all that. The only thing he didn't tell me about was some of the critters that were down there. Okay. So I'm dredging along, just minding my own business, and all of a sudden I look up, and when I do, there's what they call a wolf eel staring at me. And when he did, he got the glint of my mask, and he took off and went around me, and I don't know where he went. So then I was scared to death.
Right.
So I couldn't stay down there anymore. I'm scared. I got to go. I mean, I don't know where he's at, and I never dealt with this before, and he got them big old gnarly teeth, and I said, nope, got to go up. So I pulled the nozzle up, put him dribbled on the rope, and let him know I was coming, and went up to the top, hopped up, and climbed up on the ladder, and told him about it. And he said, well, you should have just sucked him up the nozzle and sent him up here for me to deal with. And I said, yeah, you tell me that now. But, yeah, that was an experience to deal with. I got scared to death. I mean, I didn't move, wasn't nothing I could have done about it but known better, but, yeah, that was my experience.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Now, you haven't done any other dumb things, Spike, in all these years?
Oh, yeah, no, I've never done anything stupid.
No, of course not.
I don't, okay, I went to Oconee last week to do some testing and run down there and run some tests on some piles of dirt and stuff. And I had my machine set up, and I run a good run, and I had the concentrates in the tub. And I come around, and I had the tub balancing on the cooler. And I was behind, under my awning, but I was on my mat, the mat that goes under the camper.
Right.
And, the cooler, I went to move to get something, and when I did, I lost my hand on it, and I tipped the cooler over. I mean, the tub over. I saved, probably 75% of what fell out of it. I saved the nuggets or little pieces that were in there, but I don't know how much of the fine gold I lost. Right now, I've got it in a tub. The mat's in a tub, and it's soaking in a tub, and I'm fixing to pull it up out of the tub when it quits raining over here now, because we got this rain going for sure.
Right.
But when it quits raining, I'm going to take it and wash it out into the tub, I guess, and see if I can get any more out of it that I might have lost. I mean, it's not going to be a lot, but over a period of time, I've probably done that a few times on that mat. So it might be a good time to, go ahead and just wash the mat out. I mean, it's better than burning it. I mean, it's not. That's what we do with old pieces of miner's moss. We burn them. You know that.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now,
yep.
Now, Spike, you're going to be down to Cronies outing too, aren't you? We're going to
yes,
see you
sir.
there.
I'm going to be coming up. I'm bringing me and my dog Otis to come hang out with you folks.
All right, brother. Well, we can't wait to see you this weekend. You and Otis.
I think they said we had a meal on Saturday night, and I'm going to bring some sweet tea and some lemonade for everybody.
Oh, man,
so.
You're the man. Thank you, Spike.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. And you're going to bring some equipment for people to check out, too?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I got a bunch of new stuff. I've got my new high bankers are done, and I'm happy with those. Then I've got my tubby concentrators. I've got my gold rims. And by Friday when I leave here, I will have a new dredge put together. We're going to try and see what works.
Nice.
And I'm not making any promises on it. I mean, my first testing went well at Oconee, so if I can make this work like I want it to, we'll find out. If not, well, y'all can just say, well, that didn't work.
And you know we will.
So y'all will have a story to tell after this weekend. You can either say, Spike made something that worked, or that didn't work. And I've had a lot of them that didn't work over time. You know that. So, but I'll do some testing this week here if I can get out there. I'll fill a swimming pool up and throw two big tubs of dirt in it, and suck them through it about 3 times and let them see how they classify and where they end up. And then I'll throw lead in and run it a while, and then I'll throw some gold in and run it again. And, just keep taking it apart, looking at it till I find what I want and get the water flow I'm looking for. It's the craziest idea I've come up with yet, I guess, is it's a 2-stage ABS drop biffle dredge.
Right.
So, that ought to be different the way I'm looking at it.
You got to be, brother. You know that. But, we can't wait to see you. That's for sure, man.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to getting up there with everybody. That's going to be me and Otis coming up. The wife's got a hurt foot, so she won't be coming. And we're just going to come park the camper up there somewhere, hook up the generator, and be there.
We like it, man. Well, we'll see you there, and we'll get you back on the show sometime soon, real quick.
Anytime. Yeah.
All right, brother. We appreciate it.
Just wanted to share a couple of them experiences with you. We all
love
have them.
it.
You know that.
That's right.
I don't know why. You never said you made a mistake when you were mine, and you're a liar.
That's right. That's right. I agree. That's true. Thanks, brother. We appreciate you calling.
Everybody jumped that tub out back.
That's All right, Spike. You take care, brother. We'll see you this weekend.
Y'all be good, guys. Hey, it's only 45 minutes up the hill for me, so I won't have a hard time to get there.
Lucky man. All right. Well, we'll see you. Take care, brother.
See you soon.
All right. Take
care.
Thank you, guys. Bye, buddy. All right. On that note, we're going to try this commercial thing again. Now, nobody call while I'm doing the commercial, because then I'm going to have to answer it because of that stinking, stupid-ass ringtone that's really making me nuts. And it won't freaking go away. I'm offline. It's showing me as being do not disturb, but it's disturbing the crap out of me. So we'll be right back, everybody.
In 1858, gold was discovered in the rivers of New Caledonia. This discovery would spark a massive gold rush. Today, the search for gold is much easier, yet still challenging with Dirt Hog Pay Dirt. At Dirt Hog, we pride ourselves on our gold and guaranteed gold amounts. Just visit dirthogpaydirt.com today and buy yourself a bag of the best pay dirt concentrates on the market. Order with confidence in Canada and North America. dirthogpaydirt.com, the best gold concentrates on the market, period. Also, be sure to check out our Honest Bonus program.
If you're interested in gold prospecting or treasure hunting as a career, hobby, passion, or just something you're interested in getting into, you have to visit goldprospectorspace.com. At goldprospectorspace.com, you'll find forums, chats, videos, blogs, sections on dry washing, metal detecting, high banking, and so much more. At goldprospectorspace.com. There's a store, classifieds, and at goldprospectorspace.com every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time. Tune in to Prospectors Radio, the talk show for gold prospectors and treasure hunters. GoldProspectorspace.com is a social network with thousands of members, and everything you need is at goldprospectorspace.com. goldprospectorspace.com. Sign up today and get connected to others who share your love of gold and gold prospecting. Let the treasure hunt begin at goldprospectorspace.com. goldprospectorspace.com.
All right, everybody, we're back. Thank you for not calling in during that commercial, everybody. Dang, Shad, we got to figure this ringer out.
Yeah, because 1 minute you want people to call in, next you don't, now you do. I'm confused, man.
Yeah,
I'm
really.
telling you. I hate to confuse them, but it's like, it's oh my God, I don't know if you guys hear it as loud as I do.
We do too, but
it's loud.
Well, it's loud.
That's what's weird. Last time it was quiet. It never happened.
Right.
Now it's doing it again. So
I don't know. They just, when I turned on the computer, there was another Skype update that they forced on me again, and I was like, well, maybe it's the fix where you can turn off the ringtone. So I did it, and now I can't even be invisible without hearing the ringtone. It's like, oh, this is just nuts. And
well, that last time the phone didn't ring, did it?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, God, yeah. It rang like twice before I was able to hit the answer button, and I have to answer it to make it stop ringing.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. We'll get it figured out eventually, someday, I'm sure. All right, so where was we? We was on you, Rich, right? And then the caller came in?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty much done. I mean,
pretty much done? Okay.
A lot of stuff.
That was, it was a lot. Great.
I mean, I had my hands sucked up in Idaho. The dredge, Ken's Monster, it sucked my arm up in it 4 times, but thank God my glove didn't fold over. But, I could get it back out pretty easily.
Oh, well, see, you didn't share that with us.
Yeah, I got it out, no problem. But, yeah, it sucked my arm up in it like 4 times. Because when you're long-armed it, you couldn't tell if you were still picking stuff up because that thing liked to jam itself all the time. It loved material.
Uh-huh.
Or you get her there. I mean, you try to hold it away from the material and let it suck itself. Well, it'd draw itself right down in, and it was hungry.
Ah.
So it just kept sucking everything up. And then you didn't know it. So you had to reach your hand down to check to see if, you still had suction, and then whoop. Right
there
up
it goes. Jeez. Yeah, that's freakish. Yeah, it definitely is. Well, Rich, great segment, brother. Loved it.
Yeah,
it was funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was great. Thank you. Now, on that note, we still don't have... Oh, Jesus, God. All right, hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Well, I think this is Michael.
Oh, it's Michael. See, I should have known it was
you.
you. You just wanted to hear that stupid ringtone go off and make me nuts, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
That's all it was. I know it. So what's
Hey,
happening?
Michael.
Anyway, thanks. What's that?
How you staying dry?
Trying to.
Yeah.
Well, bring us up to speed on what's happening down there weather-wise at the location of the Crony outing.
Yep, so I got a lot of information for you guys. I've been sitting here the whole show putting a list of stuff I need to talk about together. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome.
First thing I want to talk about is, as everyone approaches the area, start looking for green signs that have a CCO, Crony Club outing, and an arrow.
Okay.
That will lead you to the location where you will run into none other than me.
Okay.
You said they're green?
I'll have
what
some
kind of
paperwork for
shade
everybody
of
to
green
sign.
is this?
Yeah.
Is it like
I
a
was going to
bright
ask
green?
the same thing.
Yeah, is it light green or dark green?
No, I said green.
Yeah, light green or dark green?
Oh, it'd be like a neon green.
Like a neon green.
Neon, okay. Good.
I feel better now. Thank you.
Yep, so just look for those signs that says CCO, and you'll have an arrow pointing which way. Yep.
Which
when
way?
you see a sign that has a big star on it, that'll be the last point that you'll have any cell phone service. So if you have to make a phone call, stop at that point.
Okay.
And make your call.
At the star.
That's where I'll put. I'll put a sign there where there'll be a pull off so you can make a call.
So that's the cell phone lot. Like at airports.
That's
Okay.
the designated calling area, Shad. To you.
Yeah, it's a designated calling area. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I think we've talked about it before. Verizon is going to be the best phone that's going to work down here. There's going to be places where AT&T and all Sprint and all the other ones work too, but there's places where Verizon works a lot better
and I don't
than anything else where others will not work.
I have.
So Tim, you're out of luck.
Yeah, I have Sprint. So where do I got to go?
Yeah,
down the road, up to town. Yeah, up to town. Use a payphone.
You might have to stay in Ohio.
I might. I just. Dang. Okay.
No, that's. I'm just kidding. So when you punch in the address in GPS, you actually do have to punch in Horseshoe, North Carolina. But the outing is the way that the postal system is set up. Mills River, North Carolina, does not have a post office, so they've always used Horseshoe, North Carolina, and that's Horseshoe, not Horse Show. They've always used that as their post office. Okay. So you'll see a lot of signs that says Mills River, and you won't really see any sign that says Horseshoe.
Right.
But just pay that no attention. Just follow your GPS and be looking for the signs. Is the best way I can tell you to get there.
Look for
if you have any problems.
Look for the green neon signs.
Yep, look for the green neon signs. And if you have any problems, then you can call me.
Okay. All right.
And I'll try to give everybody. I've been trying to give everybody my number.
Oh, okay.
Room, so it's showing
that's
up.
Cool. We appreciate that, Michael.
Yep. So if anybody needs to stop and get groceries to bring with you, you will be going right by a big, huge supermarket called Ingles. INGLES.
Okay.
You can't miss it. There's gas stations out there at it as well. There's some convenience stores. So you can get everything that you need before you come, and for any reason, if you need to leave, it's not that far. You're less than 10 minutes down the road to go back to the grocery store. So it's not a big issue. I'm not going to put you out in the middle of Egypt to where there's nothing around.
Okay.
And like I said, when everybody gets there, there's going to be the waivers to sign that I'll have. I'm trying to get all that paperwork taken care of now and get everybody's names on it. When I get there, I can hand out. The spots will be laid out. I've had people asking for special requests. Can I be next to this person, and can that person be next to us, or whatever? I'm going to try to accommodate that. I cannot promise anything, but everything should go as planned.
Okay.
Right. We don't get to pick our sites?
I'm going to spend all...
Well, you do know to have the crew together, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the crew's got to be together. The crew has to be together. Right? You know that, right, Michael?
Well, I mean, everybody's going to be together, but, I mean, I can put all the crew members right next to each other. That's not a problem.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's the key.
Okay.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate that. Yeah.
I have a general list of everybody that's coming. But I really need to know an exact number. So if you're on the list and you're online tonight and you're listening, and if I haven't already talked to you, if you would, please, if you have guests with you, tell me how many you're bringing and what they're staying in. And I need a contact number also, if I haven't already asked you for that. Just to make sure, should something arise, then I've got a way to get in contact with people since I'm the one that's already here.
Right. That's the key.
Because if Tim and them's on the road, they ain't going to know if something... I mean, if a big tree falls across the road and they say it's going to be Saturday before they can get it cut up, then, I mean, I need to let everybody know that, but it shouldn't happen, but you never know when something might arise.
Right, you don't know. That's
so yeah, if everybody that it's going to be here that I haven't already talked to, if you would send me your information, your phone number, a good cell phone number, and who you're bringing with you. I need to know those names because they have to have waivers signed also, and what you're staying in is all I really need to know.
Okay.
If anybody else has any pop-up tents, little pop-up 10x10 shelters or whatever, if you want to bring them, that would be awesome. Okay. We don't know that it's not going to rain. I'm gonna go over the weather here in just a second, and because the weatherman says there's only a 10% chance, doesn't mean that we might not get an 80% chance. Right. That's the way the weather in North Carolina works. I mean, it's like really unpredictable.
Got it.
But so if anybody does have a tent, they would bring them. That would be awesome.
Okay.
Not saying we may not need them, but if we do, it may be hotter than what they're predicting. It'd be great to have some shelter to get under so everybody's not staying out in the sun roasting. Mm-hmm. But I think the weather is going to be good. As of right now, it looks like on Saturday the high for that area is going to be about 84, and at night it's going to be about 63 with only about a 10% chance of rain.
Okay.
On Sunday we're looking about high of 83 and a low of 64. with a 20% chance of rain, but like I say, you don't never know when that might change living in Western North Carolina. And Friday, it's about the same range, so I didn't even bother writing down the exact temperatures, but that's about the same range it's going to be, which is really not too hot, and it's not going to be a sweltering heat, so we shouldn't really have anything to worry about.
Okay. We won't worry too much.
Go ahead.
You're our guy on location, so what you tell us is what we're going by, Michael. So you know that, right?
Yeah, I'm the eyes and the ears to this whole thing.
Yes, you are, definitely.
So I'm gonna have my camera there. I'm gonna be doing some videoing and stuff. So we'll have some stuff that people couldn't make it get to see. I'm going to go out Wednesday and take some pictures and some video of the river.
Okay.
Of the water conditions, and I'll have those for Wednesday night's show to everybody that can go online and check out and give them a better idea of where we're standing at then. But as far as it looks right now, everything should be great. Cool. With the temperatures, with the rains moving out of here tomorrow, we haven't really got any flooding purchase. I mean, we've got water all day long since yesterday afternoon, but we haven't really got any huge amounts of like, overburden of water that's going to cause flooding for this weekend, or this coming weekend.
All right.
So it should be good.
All right. Well, we're counting on it. So.
Yeah.
Like I said.
And just in case we can have EMS on site for Shad, just in case he falls into someone else's hole.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. So we'll be good, I think. We'll be fine and dandy. But, you just let me know, Michael, if there's any changes during the week to the weather or anything crazy like that, and we'll be good to go, definitely.
Okay.
And I'll
I have something that if y'all are interested in, we can do when you're here. We could do a special Sunday GPS live Facebook show if y'all are interested. I'm going to work on getting that set up within the next 2 days.
Okay.
It would be something that I'll have to figure out how we can get all the participants on Sunday night to be able to listen or watch, because we're limited on space of where we can do it at.
Right.
But there is a very good possibility. There is a room that we can do it in.
Okay.
So there's a very good possibility we can have all the guests in there, or all the Coney Club participants.
Nice.
They can actually see it take place. We can use the internet there.
Okay.
So that's something else I'm working on. Just wanted to bring it up as kind of a special surprise.
All right, cool. Well, it's not a surprise now, but it sounds awesome, Michael. Thank you, brother, and we appreciate you calling in. We're going to move along. We got to get Kathleen's segment in here, so thank you, buddy, and we will see you this weekend, okay?
Alrighty, I will get some pictures for you Wednesday.
All right, sounds good, Michael. You take care, buddy, and thanks for everything. All right.
Thank y'all, and
you're welcome.
Take care.
Have a good night, bud. Bye, Michael.
Yep, bye.
All right. Now, on that note, Kathleen, we still don't have no fancy jingle intro for you, but it's time for Kathleen Biffle's Closer Look. Take it away, Kathleen.
All right. Well, some of you have seen the what we were talking about, the lost blue bucket mine, and this is in Oregon.
Uh-huh.
So, somewhere in the mountains of northeast Oregon, a huge deposit of gold is actually still there, waiting to be discovered. There's an old frontier legend, and it's known as the Lost Blue Bucket Mine. The Blue Bucket Mine is the most celebrated and publicized mine in the Pacific Northwest. They're saying it may even outrank famous mines such as the Lost Dutchman. So,
really?
Tonight we'll take a closer look on this legend. Okay. So, when I was out there, I came across an article. It was written by Kathy Weiser. It was on a site called Legends of America. I thought it was pretty cool. So there will be some snippets of that in here, but not all of this. It's from that source.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, the legend of the Blue Bucket Mine began in the summer of 1845. And this was with a group of pioneers, and they were traveling by wagon train from Iowa to Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
By the time they reached the, and I'm going to butcher these names.
Oh,
I already know that. By the time they reached the Mauler River, is it the Mauler River? Anyway, it's about a mile
the river
below what is currently Vail.
Okay.
They had already traveled about 1,500 miles, and evidently they became lost at at the meat cutoff of the Oregon Trail. Tempers were, just high. They were getting really tired, and rightly so, because of what they experienced to get there.
Mm-hmm.
On the way, one member of the group, his name was Stephen Meek, and he joined the party somewhere what's in between present-day Montana or Idaho. Well, he claimed that he had been to Oregon, and he knew a shortcut. These shortcuts. Not good.
No.
Anyway, along the trail, many of the men, they started to distrust him. So when the party set out westward from the springs, they split into two groups. The one following the known route, and the other, which was Meek's promised shortcut.
Right.
Well, the Meek party, they swung to the south of what's known as Steen Mountain Country. And then they obviously got angry because they could tell he didn't know what he was doing. So I guess he took off, evidently.
Oh, Jesus.
So that was kind of interesting. But anyway, so the party just kept going along. And along the way, they met up with some more trouble. They lost several oxen that had died from poison. That was kind of bizarre. And then when one of the members examined the carcass, his hand got infected and he died.
Oh, geez.
So, yeah, I mean, they had a bunch of bad luck. But further down, some of the oxen became lost. So on August 25th in 1845, legend has it that 3 of the young men, they went to look for their oxen, and they walked well into the late afternoon, and they came upon a stream. Well, while they were drinking from the stream, they picked up 15 to 20 pebbles or rocks that looked unusual, right?
Uh-huh.
So they found their oxen, and they returned to the wagon camp. When they showed their stones to the older men in the group, who said the rocks were copper. When someone asked, was there much of it, one of the boys replied, we could have filled one of those blue buckets.
Oh.
So they had a blue bucket back then.
They had Lowe's buckets.
Yeah, big Lowe's buckets now. Well, some versions of the tale, though, of this legend, I did dig up some that said that there were children who actually was with a family that was traveling, that they decided to go hunting berries, and they found the rocks. Other versions of the story say they were, fetching water, but whatever the case, there was always a blue bucket involved.
Really?
Yes.
I want proof that these buckets existed.
It's kind of weird. Did they even have color back in the days? That's the part.
No, everything was sepia.
I thought everything was kind of like black and white back then.
All the pictures are either like a different shade of brown, tannish, or black and white. So I don't know about this.
Yeah. So anyway, the bucket was left behind when the settlers decided to break camp. One of the train's members, Mrs. Fisher, that was her name, she kept a single rock, and the wagon train continued its journey, leaving behind everything else in that bucket. Well, all was forgotten until 3 years later, when gold was discovered in California. And at the time, the incident was recalled by some of the party members that were traveling, and also Mrs. Fisher, who had actually kept one of the nuggets. Of course, they discovered it was actually gold. Well, some versions of the legend place the possible site at a mine along the Malheur River, the Bear Creek tributary of the Crooked River in Crook County, or a tributary of the John Day River.
Okay.
So all versions of the stories had the common theme that, yes, it was definitely coarse placer gold that was found, and allegedly it was found in a dry stream bed or a canyon bottom with that dried up. So the story basically set off the gold rush after they decided they recalled the events, but it set off a gold rush just in that area. It's the present day Baker City, Oregon. Well, how did this mine become lost? Well, in 1849, nobody knew that the West even had gold. Until 1849, nobody really knew that the West had gold. As you can imagine, 4 years later, when it was discovered in California, as we know, people rushed out there. But they had, and the folks that had been traveling on that wagon trail, they ended up in the Willamette Valley. They just didn't remember where they went, so that's how it became lost. Many prospectors still look for it, but in their search they have found other lucrative mines in the Blue Mountains. But the Blue Bucket Mine remains undiscovered to this day.
Really?
There are numerous claims that it was found. So how much of the story is true? Well, skeptics, and I'll give you some of the skeptics. There are good reasons to be skeptical. Anyway, for one thing, I love it. They never ever mentioned any specific names associated with this story.
Okay.
Of the initial discovery of these so-called yellow rocks, but the people involved could have tried to keep it quiet. We get that, but typically, eventually a name would come up of that, and I don't know. So that's kind of far-fetched.
Yeah.
Secondly, in the era where people sometimes, they would buy coins to make sure that you didn't have a fake coin.
Right, but, this is true.
So, why wouldn't they know that it was, I don't know, that they were that they weren't nuggets? I don't know. It was just kind of weird.
Yeah.
And of course, to discount the children, that story, finding the berries, they're like, oh, well, it's probably unlikely that any of the children of the wagon train wouldn't have kept at least one of the pretty rocks that they found.
Yeah.
Okay. I would
pocket full. Well, yeah.
Unless they had mean parents.
Right. Get rid of them useless rocks. Yeah.
Well, allegedly they said, no, you're not bringing those rocks because the oxen are, they got to watch their weight, something like that. But anyway, generations of, is it Oregonians or Oregonians?
I don't know. Oregonians.
Oregonians.
Yeah. I don't know, Kathleen. I'm
lost. Anyway, they've shared this story, and over time, you hear different things about, maybe it was found, or people are still looking for it. So we know that something's out there because there is gold, but who knows?
Yeah,
there are some stories that that people did find it, and there's a couple here I want to touch on.
Okay.
Well, basically, a lot of people have really been looking for this thing. Evidently, the first men or party of men to search for it, well, they were driven out eastern Oregon by the Native Americans. Legend has it on another search, Dr. Henry Dane. He was actually one of the original members of the wagon train that he, found out about it. He left, I think it's Eureka, California, and he tried to find the gold, but he was not successful. In 1861, Harry Griffin and David Littlefield, they were two California miners who heard the story. I guess they rounded up 20 men, and most of them were from the Willamette Valley, and they went to search for the mine, but to no avail. They did not find it.
Oh, okay.
So in 1863, another group went out. This one, they were following some guy named Michael Jordan. I thought that was that's kind of weird, but anyway. They came out of Idaho, I do believe, to try to find the Blue Bucket Mine, and they couldn't find it that way. And then there's stories, of course, your swindlers. One man would make his fortune by pretending he knew where it was. His name was J.L. Adams, and basically he started bragging around Portland that he put together a party of 58 men, and they, went out. But it became obvious that he was just out for their money and didn't know where he was going. So I don't know they decided not to kill him. They didn't kill him for that one. But anyway.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was nice of him.
And there was the most recent one in 1936. I guess it's recent.
That is recent.
it's not in the 1800s.
Right.
But anyway, a group of prospectors at a gold strike near Dale, Oregon, believed that their claim was the fabled Blue Bucket Mine. R.H. Russell of Spokane, along with Franz Heilberg, C.W. Curl, and Bart Krisman, they struck gold 60 miles east of Dale in the Blue Mountains of eastern Oregon during the summer of 1936.
Mm-hmm.
Heilberg and his brother set out with $50 in their pocket, and fellow prospectors Curl and Krisman, they were looking for this mine all their lives. I mean, they all, teamed up. Well, according to Russell, the mine near Dale was producing a great deal of gold. A team including 10 workers had, I guess, in 6 or 7 weeks, dug out 50 sacks weighing 150 pounds apiece. And they hauled it to a smelter, and the gold was valued at $210,000 per ton.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, where is the lost Blue Bucket Mine anyway? Well, it's widely believed to be in John Day River tributary. Other theories include a tributary of Crooked River called Bear Creek. So anyway, there's different areas where this mine is allegedly at.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible it could have got found and claimed, and nobody even probably realized what they actually found.
Right.
Through the years, who knows with the flooding and the different, the different landscape.
Everything changes.
Yeah, and and of course you got the chance that some reclusive miner already found it. Didn't say anything. That can happen.
Yeah, we know that can happen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
but everyone enjoys a mystery, and of course, getting treasure and gold. So, even if the Blue Bucket Mine was just a legend, it gives those of us who search for finding gold an adventure.
It
and
does.
Something to look forward to, and it fuels our passion, and there will be nothing like it if you claim it for yourself.
You're right.
But I'm thinking maybe Todd Hoffman has already found it. So,
no, I don't think so.
And that was Kathleen's closer look.
Awesome, Kathleen. Very good. I'm still just thrown off by the Blue Bucket thing because
that's
I
how it
want
got its
proof
name.
that existed.
I know because it's just me. I just like.
It might have been a low.
Didn't they just have silver, grayish, rusty buckets back in them days?
Well, they had wooden buckets. So
yeah,
you
or wooden
think.
ones.
Maybe
Right.
they
Thank you, Shad.
painted it.
Did they have blue as color? I think they had red only. I don't think blue existed in the 1800s.
It had to have existed.
I don't think. I think
blue.
I think red
George
existed.
Washington
Red
had
and
blue.
white.
But a bucket.
And it's like, oh, I'm gonna paint my bucket blue. It was like, no, we have red and we have white, dear. We can paint it one of them colors, not blue. I don't think blue was
wonder
around.
if anybody found the blue bucket itself.
Yeah,
I
that
think the
would
blue
be.
bucket would be worth millions.
It would be. See, that's I always find these little things in these stories, and it's just, and I know Shad does too, and it's like,
Well, no, David Bogan said it's copper bucket, and when it tarnished,
Oh,
but that's
patinas,
green.
yeah.
It
But that's
could have been
greenish.
blue.
Green. Like, okay, I guess we could
like
say
a teal.
Well, maybe they're
Okay.
colorblind.
They should have called it teal bucket.
Somebody was colorblind.
Maybe, or they could have said copper bucket mine. I don't know. See, this was a puzzler.
Yeah, there's so many versions out there too. I saw, and
Oh, really?
it was just interesting to see the take. I mean, how do you go from children picking berries to
Yeah.
men looking for oxen? I don't know.
Right. and you would think that trail would have been an obvious trail that was recorded that they traveled, so it should have been easy to find, I would think. I don't know. It's just weird. Just some weird things. But it's cool because, like you always say, it's still out there for somebody to maybe find. If it existed. Yep. That's, we never know sometimes with these treasure stories, but that's what makes them so interesting for us, It's possibly.
No, it's...
What,
I love it because, we always have talked so much about the Lost Dutchman mine.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That here's another cool one that could be bigger.
Yeah.
But
you're right.
I'm curious how the terrain is up there in Oregon, in that area.
How the terrain is?
I've never been there,
terrain.
so
I know it's. I looked on the maps, and it's obviously a lot of mountains through that area, but I didn't know exactly.
Oh, okay. I'm following you. See,
Yeah.
and I'm picturing wagons on a trail in the dusty desert, like in a Western movie, is what I'm seeing in my head. But you're right. It's like, mountainy. Yeah. Okay. So that would change things. It could be very tough to find then, if you only found
the flooding, the different,
Right.
Well, all that stuff you were talking about, what they went through, sound a lot like that old computer game, Oregon Trail. Up, your ox is poisoned. Up, you lost all your supplies in a flood.
You got an infection.
What do you do?
Messing with the carcass.
It's like, how did you die from that?
Oh, jeez. You got a good point, Shad.
Dang it.
The picture that Spike posted in there. There was a link in the chat room.
I seen a link in the chat room. What was it for? I couldn't check.
Yeah, it's on eBay. It's a vintage, old, rare, collectible blue iron porcelain enamel kitchenware bucket pot. And actually has a handle on it with a lid.
Okay.
But is this from the 1840s?
1840s.
1840s.
Question.
You're right. Did they have porcelain pots in 1840s?
I don't know.
Out in the West.
I don't
Take
know.
a picture of it. It looks old. I don't know.
See, these are things that make you go, because, definitely.
Well, you can take a closest look.
I think so. We need that one, Kathleen. The closest look on the blue bucket.
Dissect this legend.
Yeah, we are dissecting.
Somebody said it could have been a chamber pot.
Okay. Well, then chamber pot mine would have been a better name for it.
I know.
Or maybe somebody thought it was a chamber pot, and they're like, I'm not taking that bucket. Yuck.
And I clicked on that link, and it says cobalt blue, right?
Uh-huh.
Did they really have a color shade of blue cobalt back then?
No, cobalt is a metal, isn't it?
But
it's one of the periodic. Yeah, I guess.
And they were lucky to have colors. They wouldn't have shades of colors.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, come on. Sherwin-Williams was not around in the 1800s. So you got to look at it like that. They had their basics, black, white, red, probably. That's all.
Wow, Tim, that's so funny. You're picturing in your head a land without color.
I know. It's like blah. It's just gray, like Ohio in the wintertime, Kathleen.
Well, what did Jared say? Color wasn't invented until the TV.
Right.
Color TV.
That's when color came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we're all thinking alike here. It's not hard. Oh, what's wrong with us?
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, I loved it, Kathleen.
that was a fun one. It didn't take as long as... Well, I kind of thought I was going to do it, but I wasn't positive. But anywho.
It was great. I'm glad you did. Loved it. Loved it. Thank you again, Kathleen. You know we always got to pick at you. That's what we do.
Of course.
If we didn't...
the show wouldn't be the same, right?
Exactly. Oh, my gosh. We're not perfect.
Oh, Jaren's trying to defend himself. He was being sarcastic.
Oh, was he?
About
really?
What, the chamber pot?
No, the TV.
Oh.
When color wasn't it? I don't know. Were you there?
I'm so glad he gave that disclosure because I was wondering.
I mean, Tim, you were alive when the color TV came out, right?
Yes, I was. And
yeah.
The world was
How
kind
was
of
that for you?
Well,
was that just like an earth-shattering moment in your life?
Yes, it was. I remember because everything was kind of gray, and then you had color. And I remember. Well, Shad, you're right. It was. I don't remember much color in my life until then. See? So I'm sure that's the way it was for these Oregonians.
But you're probably right.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I'm not that old.
I still think somebody was colorblind and thought it was blue and it wasn't.
I think you're right, Chad. It was wooden.
I'm going with that.
It was wood colored.
Well, I guess you need to go search the Oregon Trail.
Or they had their bucket and fell in like a bunch of blueberries and it dyes wood. There you go.
But they wouldn't have known it was blue because blue didn't exist.
I forgot.
See? See?
Brett Harshberger said that if you go to the Oregon Trail, you can still see the ruts
Really?
In some of the
That's pretty cool.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, that is cool. That is definitely cool, without a doubt. And guys, I'm not that old. Come on.
Who's older than Tim?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you hold that mantle now.
I do.
No, he's not that much older than me.
Right.
So you were born 1953?
No, God, no.
Dude, that's like my parents.
I know,
Are
right?
you like my dad?
1953 is when the color TV was invented.
Oh, but we didn't have a color TV. We wasn't wealthy folk, so we just had the old black and white ones, and then it was like, hey, kids, looky here, got a colored TV finally. And you was like moving on up, boy, I'm telling you, Rich. But no,
And then
not in
you
the
got
50s.
a microwave?
No.
I remember that.
Me too. I remember they used to be like $500 for a stupid microwave, and now they practically give them to you for $29. You know, like VCRs. Remember them, Kathleen?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was.
Oh, they said they didn't start selling until 1960s.
Okay, see?
Yeah, so hold off there, Rich Cooley.
Yeah.
Jeez. Our little fact checker.
You know, I even had a black and white TV in the 80s, so...
Oh, see?
I did in my bedroom.
I might have too.
It was really small.
Yeah, really. And it had a radio in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. God, how old are we?
I'm not that old.
No, you're not, Shad.
James Meyer says 1866 Sherman-Williams was started, so they had color.
Well, this was 1840, so color, you know, you still got 20-some years.
Yeah, without color.
Color was invented.
Yes.
And then Sherwin-Williams said, you know, we need to add something to this world. Let's create color. And that's how it all began. And that's where color came from.
As told by Tim Grimes.
Right, see? Learned something new tonight.
I mean, no wonder they didn't know they found gold.
Right.
You know, just
it
little
had
rock.
no color. They didn't know. It was just weird-looking rock.
Well, it's just like the North Carolina. You know, it was a doorstop. Nobody knew what they had.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you got to think that back then word didn't travel like it does now, obviously. So there is a chance that there is some truth to this, that people had no clue what they had and needed to carry on.
Well, I ran across another story that said that they knew that these rocks were malleable, so they would use them as fishing sinkers.
What?
Yeah.
That makes sense you could put them around your line.
Smash it around and bend it around there, you're right. And cast it out there.
Nugget.
Yeah, that works. Uh-huh. Interesting, guys. See, you never know what we're going to discuss here on Prospector Radio, because we just kind of tend to wander sometimes. But
see, I always wondered though,
what?
Is there that one guy that they all think's like the village idiot there? It was like, this is gold. And you're like, you're stupid. Right?
It's copper.
Probably, Shad.
You know it.
I can
There's
picture
got to be
him,
that
too.
one guy. And everyone thinks he's crazy.
Yeah.
And then they probably, like, 20 years later, after the gold rush, was like, you remember that guy? He was actually right. Whatever happened to him?
Oh,
Nobody knows.
He bought a big old house and living a dream. That's what it is. Good Lord. Oh, my goodness. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
Did you want to say anything else about Wednesday? We have a Wednesday show.
Oh, that's right.
We will not have a Sunday show.
No show Sunday, but Wednesday.
No.
Wednesday we will be here for West Coast Wednesday at 9:00, as always.
I guess unless Michael wants to do something, we'll let everybody know about that, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna be dredging Sunday until like sundown.
Yeah, right.
Because I gotta get out of the creek early on Saturday.
Yeah, so we'll see.
It's gonna be dredging.
And we don't know if he's even going to be able to make it happen. He's got to check and see. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll play that one by ear for Sunday.
We'll see.
Right. And we ain't going to make no promises. But let me think. Blah, blah, blah. I think that's everything that I can think of.
I don't have anything else.
Nothing, Kathleen? You good?
Nope.
Shad?
No, I'm good. Just looking forward. You know, if you aren't able to join in the show, and I know some people are actually having to go to other places first before they head to the outing. Safe travels.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of great events, big dinner, a lot of prizes that we're wrapping out, and definitely want to give a quick shout out to Bill Brewer at Carolina Prospectors. obviously had a set amount we were working with, and we were trying to get enough stuff, and he gave us a little bit of a hookup on quite a bit. So definitely want to say thank you. Definitely check out Carolina Prospectors for all your prospecting equipment needs.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Bill.
Thank you, Bill. We appreciate it, buddy. As always, my friend. So Kathleen, Wednesday, dredging up the news. Shad, you got your events and stuff Wednesday, I'm sure, which is always a hoot, to say the least.
What'd you call me?
Nothing. Looking forward to Wednesday. Want to welcome. We actually got a new listener today, Bev, listening in Akron, Ohio. So she loves the show. Thank you, Bev, for listening. We appreciate you for sure. And any other new listeners, if you're a first-time listener, let us know. We'll give you a shout-out here on the air. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Kathleen, Shad, Rich, great job. Dennis, we missed you tonight, as always. And I guess we're out of here. We'll see you all Wednesday. Have a great night, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.